What is up, everybody? It is me, DevilNeverCry, and of course today I bring you some more DMC5 information. Now this video in particular is going to be focused on a Famitsu article that was recently translated. So before I delve into the contents of the article, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to the DMC5 Info Twitter account, as they're the ones that got this obviously translated in a quick manner. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. So the article in question seems to focus on a multitude of things, one of them being V and another obviously being the multiplayer. And there's also a few things in the article that we already know or that I've already made a video on, such as the idea of the protagonists losing their initial fight. Of course that's been confirmed in this article. They also go in depth on V's familiars, which I've made a video on that already. I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to check that out in your own time. However, there are a few things that I do want to focus on in regards to V. One of which being the fact that V has to go in to land the finishing blow on an enemy. That's right, the familiars can do 99% of the damage, however you are required to go in there to land that final blow. Now from a gameplay aspect, I think this is great. It means that V players can't just zone out an enemy, sit back whilst the familiars do all the work with no danger. No, instead they are required to put themselves into the fray, into the path of danger to land this finishing blow, a sort of a risk-reward system. Now from a story perspective, this is also interesting as well. It implies that there is a reason that V has to be the one to land the finishing blow. Of course, we know the familiars are more than capable of defeating these enemies, considering they do 99% of the damage, but it likely means that V requires something from these enemies which he has to take personally himself when they die, potentially harnessing their demonic energy or the soul of the demon as he kills it, likely to keep himself topped up or alive. I'd also like to focus on something else that the article talks about, which is the fact that V's hair changes color and the tattoos on his body seem to dissolve whenever he summons Nightmare. The article in question also implies that there are consequences to V doing these actions, which we potentially may have seen in the TGA trailer. As we can see, over time V becomes more disheveled and his body starts to crack, crumble and sort of fall apart, it seems. The article does go on to say though that in the next issue of Famitsu they will directly address this. Moving on from V, I also want to talk about the multiplayer, which we got a better look at. Now of course they go on to say that there will be times where players will be fighting almost side by side, where you may see a player in the background here or there, but then they also discuss the united front aspect to the multiplayer, where there'll be certain fights where all three players will be able to fight together in conjunction to pull off some smoking sexy style gameplay. At the same time, they go on to talk about the multiplayer ranking system, where at the end of an encounter with another player, you could potentially give them a nice rank, depending on how you found their gameplay. And once a player gets enough nice ranks, they can essentially cash them in for an extra gold orb, essentially giving you an incentive not to mess about when playing with another player and pull off some smoking sick sexy moves. So that essentially is a roundup of all the new info we got from this Famitsu article. Now if you want to read it in your own time, I'll leave a link down in the description. Now that we have this extra information, what are your thoughts on V's gameplay and what do you think about the multiplayer aspect in DMC? Let me know down in the comments below. It has been me, DevilNeverCry. I would like to thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you next video.